Alright, this is Ronell Higg. You watching CMD Boxing Reports, and I'm back at it for the boxing fanatics. Okay, man, so yeah. Last night, man, I had seen this young man for the first time. His name is Tremaine Williams, okay? He was right before the co-main event on the zone. He was right before Tevin Farmer and his opponent. This young man here has a lot of potential, boy, I tell you. Okay, he looks a bit like Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Just a bit. However, his fighting style is more like a little like Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker mixed with some Pretty Boy Floyd, except he don't have the power like Pretty Boy Floyd. All right, I mean he's nice and slick like Pretty Boy Floyd is what I mean. All right, I mean going into last night's fight, he has like what he was going in with 18 victories with 6 knockouts. All right, yeah, his punching power is in the basement. So yeah, he went the distance 12 times, in his career. All right, and his opponent, okay, Vincente, he has a pretty strong record, with 35 wins and like 27 knockouts. Okay, and he has like I think he has what 2 losses on his record, but he's never being knocked out. Talking about Vicente here. He's from the Dominican Republic. All right. Tremaine Williams is the boy with the green trimming. Okay, that's Tremaine Williams. Of course, Vicente is the boy in the black, the Dominican dude with the black trunks and whatnot. Now, early on in this fight, man, Vicente, Tremaine. I mean, like I said, he was looking like A1. Okay, like I said, he was looking exactly like Sweet Pea and a little of that Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? That not Money May, but Pretty Boy. Okay, he was just slick with it. Okay, Vicente couldn't hit him, and Vicente was getting so upset, like he was getting so aggravated that he had to do what he had to do to try to win. And what I means by that, he started like when he would bully Tremaine up against the ropes, he would start punching him in his legs, hitting him with I don't know how many low blows. All right, numerous low blows. Excuse me. And the ref, he didn't catch like all of them, but the ones he did catch, he took points away from Vicente. Okay, Vicente lost like 2 points. I mean, he was already down on the cards, man. Now, let me see if they got the cards here. I really don't remember what the score was, but I know it was a very large margin. Okay, very large. These are the other fights that came on the zone. I'm looking for the cards at they read the cards. I know it was very wide, and with the points taken off, that didn't help Vicente none. All right, he fights at this fight is at bantamweight. He's a bantamweight. Okay, so who knows, man? Maybe in the future he get to move up. He'll probably fight at super featherweight, 130 pounds or whatnot. I'm gonna keep an eye out for this young man. I mean, like I said, he's very entertaining, very fun to watch. Okay, now let's move on here to Gervonta Davis. All right, now the fight with Gervonta Davis versus Ricardo Nunez. All right, that fight went short. You know what I'm saying? I mean, only went 2 rounds. Now, let me tell you, a lot of people, going into this fight, when they checked out Ricardo Nunez, looked at his opposition, what he faced and everything, so I was like, man, Gervonta, he's going to win this fight hands down. We all knew it, okay? And much what happened, last night's fight ending in the second round was what, we all expected. I wasn't shocked by it. However, right before the Gervonta Davis fight, they did a little promo. And in that promo, they talked about, how Gervonta Davis, he had, went through all this, stuff in his life with his mother being on drugs, his uncle abusing him, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been through hell. So I was like, all right. And after watching the fight, I say, well, they did that promo so we could really feel sorry for Gervonta and not feel too much sorry for his overmatched opponent once Gervonta Davis destroys him, okay? And that's just what happened. Now, at the end of the fight, okay, he called out Tevin Farmer, right? Now, Tevin Farmer, I watched this fight as well. Tevin Farmer, let me tell you something. Tevin Farmer and Tremaine Williams, okay? When they was talking about, Sweet Pea, you could see he has Sweet Pea on his trunks, R.I.P. Sweet Pea, and everything. So let me tell you, man, they was looking just like Sweet Pea, especially Tevin Farmer. I mean, Tevin Farmer was standing right in front of his opponent, and dude still couldn't hit him, all right? He still couldn't hit him. I mean, what's his opponent's name? I don't want to butcher his name like I did the other guy, man. I was calling him Maximin Dadashav, and his name is Maxine. My goodness. But yeah, his opponent, Fresnos. That's not Fresnos. That's Frenois. Frenois. I'm butchering his name already. But yeah, there was nothing he can do. You know what I'm saying? And even if he tried to get aggravated like Tremaine Williams' opponent and tried to do some dirty stuff on my man's Tevin Farmer here, he wasn't quick enough to catch him. Okay, although Tevin Farmer did land some low blows on his opponent. Okay, had boy crying. Boy, he wasn't really crying. He was just gushing in pain. Like he was trying to get a point taken away. Matter of fact, they did take a point away from Tevin Farmer, but with the point they took away, it didn't do no justice for his opponent. Fred Noyce, hate butchering people's names. Didn't do no justice. Tevin Farmer still won the fight by a large margin, even though he lost a point. Now, with the Gervonta Davis call out at the end of this fight here, all right, Tevin Farmer was told that Gervonta Davis had called him out, right? And Tevin Farmer replied by saying, look, I tried to make the fight with Gervonta Davis years ago. We all, seen when he stepped to Gervonta Davis. I think it was in Atlantic City somewhere. And yeah, we all seen what happened. It wasn't like Gervonta Davis is scared. Put it like this. He said, I tried to make the fight with Gervonta Davis, but every time, Gervonta Davis, he calls me out, his team always get in the way of things. You know what I'm saying? They always telling him this, telling him that, and the fight never happened. So he basically gave up on Gervonta Davis. And I must say one thing, Tevin Farmer is right, because at the post-press conference, Gervonta Davis was asking questions, and someone asked him about facing another Baltimore native and Gary Russell Jr. All right, Gervonta had Mike, so all you see is another hand snatch the mic right out of Gervonta Davis's hand. Plus, that hand belonged to Floyd Mayweather. And he said, no. Okay? We got other things, better for Gervonta, pay-per-view star. He's this, that, and the third. At first, okay, I always thought that the promoter works for the boxer. Okay? And if the boxer say he wants to fight, the promoter is supposed to try to make that fight. I mean, the manager or someone. The manager is supposed to do his part. Getting the tickets and the money up and everything's for it. But the way it looks here, man, it's vice versa with Gervonta Davis. His promoter tells him what he's going to do. His promoter is the boss. Right? Gervonta Davis worked for Floyd Mayweather. It's supposed to be the other way around. And talking about the stoppage with Gervonta Davis, Paulie Ayala says that it was a premature stoppage. Now, yes, we understand that we had like 2 ring deaths so far this month in weeks, same week, right? And really, Paulie Ayala said, he mentioned that, but he don't know if anyone getting hurt like in the second round, getting brain damage in the second round. Nah, tell you something, man, you don't know what happened to this guy in his sparring. He could have got hurt during sparring. You never know. Okay, it's best to be safe than sorry. Like if, Dadashav, if his corner had a time machine, they could go back in time and they'd be like, look, we see something wrong with our guy. Like in the 6th round, see his legs really ain't underneath of him yet. All right, we're gonna stop this fight. Hey, who cares if people say, oh, it's premature, it's not a fair stoppage, this, that, and the third. The man would got to live to see another day. Just like this young man here, and just like Maurice Hooker. All right, they moved in. When you see these people helpless, jump in and stop the fight. All right, I bet you that was the other guy. What was his name? That referee. He used to watch these guys bang. Oh man, Puerto Rican boy. I forget his name. And he caught a death in his in one of his fights as well. And everything's I don't know. Bernard Hopkins didn't want dude to um, referee his fight. Okay, I forget the guy's name. I'm firm, but I'm fair. That guy, right? That referee, right? Yeah, he was. I mean, like what happened with uh, Maurice Hooker last night? The way Maurice Hooker was up on the ropes, getting his neck snapped back. Boy, that referee, he wouldn't have never stopped the fight. I mean, he wasn't known for that. He wasn't known for stopping fights, when other fighters was in danger. But anyways, man, I think it was a great stoppage, okay? What the referee did, he did the right thing, regardless what Paulie Ayala had to say. Bunk him. So, anyways, man, it was a very great night of boxing last night. You know, I got to see some new talent, and I got to see the young man, Austin Williams, again. Okay, I did a video on him, and I forget, it's not gonna come up, but I did a video on him. But he's an up and comer. He's from Texas, and like I said, he said something like what was he saying? Oh, he went up to the podium. He was talking to someone during an interview, and he said something in the phrase like, "Look, I don't need to be a weight bully in my division just to get ahead of my opponents. I can go in there and fight my opponents equal, okay? If I'm too big for my division, I'm going to move up." Sound like he was taking shots at Earl Spence, okay? I don't know if he knows Earl Spence. I don't know, but that's just the way I had took it, all right? But anyways, man, that's my take on this. This is Ronell Higg, and you're watching CMD Boxing Reports, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.